At the end of the day, I'm doing what feels right for me and chasing down my dream.
Sergei Bobrovsky has some of the shortest paddles in the NHL. The guy's got a 22.5-inch paddle. Reason being, he shaves his sticks down just like this. We're gonna show you how to do that here.
Okay, so let's talk Sergei Bobrovsky. He's very polarizing these days because of his contract and more specifically how much money he's making. But for me, the first thing that comes to mind is his style of play. His blocker is super low to the ice, and it's made me question why. Well, he shaves down his paddle super aggressively, as you can see here. And I watched him play live twice in Florida last year, and he gets down really nice in a lot of low blocker saves. Reason being is that with the traditional stick, the positioning handicaps your hand because your fingers are on an uneven playing field. Try holding a player stick the same way you would hold a goalie stick. You feel a lot more relaxed and it feels a lot more natural because you're not fighting against your elbow and your hand to make saves, especially on those really low blocker shots. Also, that low blocker shot is probably universally known as the hardest shot in the world to stop in hockey. Now, if you're gonna shave your stick, you may not be able to get it down to cover your 5-hole from your feet, but I feel it's more important to have the stick size from your butterfly, not your feet. Look at Connor Hellebuyck, for example. Stick is almost never on the ice in his stance, but always on his knees. And this 22-inch paddle, which I think is the sizing you're probably going to end up with by the time you finally shave it down, is perfect for me, even though I am 6 foot 5 inches tall. So Sergei Bobrovsky shaves it down basically almost like a honeycomb kind of shape. I had a KHL goalie reach out to me the other day and send me this spec sheet from one of the Russian CCM reps with exactly how they taper down a stick. This is how Bob cuts his stick down today, and I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to recreate it. Okay, so basically the setup that we have, we're taking the stick and we're shaving things down just like Sergei Bobrovsky. One of the things that Brett and I have done, we have the template, which we've taken the stick on a piece of cardboard, cut out the first grip, which is the true stick, and we're just tracing it, keeping it consistent, and then we're gonna cut in from there. So the whole idea behind this is trying to get down, choking up on low blocker saves. When you have a regular stick, your hand gets kind of like handicapped as opposed to you hold it the way Sergei Bobrovsky does when you have the paddles kind of shaved down. It's less stressful and it helps you get down on saves a lot more, which I found made a huge difference. Also, what I'm doing is impossible without the chef here himself. Brett's making it all happen here. So this is exactly what we're looking for. We got everything marked out. We're gonna take the saw, measure twice, cut once. Or cut twice, measure once, whatever you want. We're gonna clamp it down on the wood, make sure we got a nice secure surface here, so when we're cutting it, we're not gonna end up with jagged edges, and everything's gonna look good, smooth. Also, no risk of injury because we don't have workers' comp.
Yeah.
We don't pay into that. The clamps are in place. Gonna hold her down. We got a saw. What kind of saw you run on there? Skill saw?
This is a jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
Skill saw with a metal blade.
Okay, so jigsaw. Got her plugged into the outlet. Now this is worth noting that apparently when you shave your sticks down like this, it does void the warranty of your sticks. So if you want, you can wait 30 days till after the warranty expires. But I've already warrantied a stick that was shaved down and it broke in under 30 days recently. So I don't see why this would be a problem for CCM or Bauer not to accept your warranted stick. This is going to be our finished template. Actually, you know what?
That looks kind of like the picture.
That literally looks like the picture, dude. And this is the cutout we got. So, pretty damn close. If you're doing multiple sticks, not just one stick, making an outline, coming out with basically a template for the stick would be a good idea. So you can take it, mark it off, and then you take that template, put it on any of your other sticks you want to do, and that way every time it's the same stick, same paddle, and it's not going to be inconsistent. Another thing, same thing. Grips on my stick, they're consistent. The tape job, try to keep it consistent, keep the paddle consistent, and we're rolling. So we got the one side done, we're gonna do the second side in a second, and then down there's the sander. We're gonna sand her, keep her nice and smooth, no splinters, no breaks, no edges. This is our final shape. Now we're gonna take the sander, sand everything down nice and smooth, great fit in the hand. That's the goal here. Also, what kind of sander are you using?
Just a Milwaukee, I think it's a 5-inch orbital sander.
I got a 5-inch for you.
That's what she said. Good?
That's perfect, dude.
Alright, let's make it different.
Smooth on a baby's ass. Powered by Manscaped, the lawnmower. Actually, we used the lawnmower 4.0 saw while we're at it today. Manscaped.com/TRAVSUCKS. 20% off Manscaped. Let's go. Keeping her smooth. We had the base cut out. Let's just say you didn't have that. You cut the first stick. Literally just take it on a piece of cardboard, get your marker, carve out the shape. And now in the future, if you want to recreate this on a Warrior, Sherwood, Bauer, True, CCM, I don't know why you buy a True stick in the first place, but whatever you want to use, you can now retrace that, and everything looks beautiful. It's great. you have noticed one thing about the sticks so far.
Bowers are the toughest to cut through.
And what is the easiest to cut through?
The True was.
And what we mean by that, these sticks are going to be really hard. You're going to put some force into it, and you run the bigger risk probably screwing it up because you might, kind of shake it or whatever. But the Trues are by far the easiest to shave.
The No Name was also pretty decent. Like, it was good.
I personally really like the rounded toe on the Hyperlite stick. So same setup here. We're taking the Hyperlite stick with the blade, the rounded toe on top of the True stick, on top of the other sticks. And we're going to cut it out and give everybody a rounded toe. And also, if you're in the Winnipeg area, send Brett a message. He is a stick shaving guy on Instagram. He will do everything up for you. Same for me. 20 bucks a pop. He'll shave your sticks. He'll get them nice and sexy, feeling good, and he will give you a light frisking on your way out of the backyard.
That sounds a little wrong.
Now the shaving part is all done, and again, I'm going to do just like Sergei Bobrovsky does. I'm going to get a wet cloth or paper towel, whatever you got lying around. Maybe don't use a towel or like a rag because it might kind of stain them and ruin them forever. But I'll wet it, I'll wet the sticks down. Shaving them down will leave them with like carbon dust on them. It's going to make your hands really gross and your palms nasty. It's going to stick to your gloves. So I would recommend you wipe that off, then get some grip tape. Again, just like Bob does. I do about 3 layers of grip tape because it adds a layer in between your hand and the stick. So the sharp edges of the paddle that you shave down, they're not going to be digging into your hand. Also, apply the tape job of your choice. I'm also applying a butt ends grip for a little bit more control of my stick. Again, the entire stick setup that I have is almost identical to exactly what Sergei Bobrovsky uses. And if you want to check out the video description, I got a link and a 10% off promo code when you use the code TRAVSUCKS at checkout, and some other awesome things. If you want to learn more about goaltender, you want to know what it's like to be a pro, I play pro hockey in Europe. Would love to have you on board. Hit that subscribe button. It is free to do so. Again, you end up paying me, you don't like me, you can always unsubscribe at a later date. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.